Well met, internet traveler. I am Thor, son of Odin, and I would have words with thee. This week on the Thorcast, that's Thorcast, not forecast, we examine how Thor Ragnarok is the greatest artistic achievement on Midgard in its entire history, only for being flawless, for starring me. Also, I shall spoil the film for you, if you have not seen it. Lo Midgard, I am hammer wielder and thunder enthusiast Thor Odinson, and this is the Thorcast. Welcome back. I am Thor. I have allowed Dan Umpton a break, for he has become weary of reading comics and commenting on them. 'Tis tedious. Also, my recent film Thor Ragnarok opened this past weekend, to a Midgardian record. Lo, there cometh a blockbuster! Overall, I give Thor Ragnarok one hammer up. This is the highest rating. This is also the lowest rating. Okay, these are the parts that I liked the best. At the very beginning, I looked very cool. My muscles were huge and my hair was wonderful, as it is now. I fought the Lord of Muspelheim, Surtur. And then, I smote a great dragon. Then the opening credits rolled. They could have ended the film right there, but they did not. Then they introduced Scourge and his guns. He was a mostly very silly character. One of the main things that we wanted to do with this film was make every new character mostly very silly. Kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, except without heartfelt drama as a counterbalance. Then there was the part where my brother and I were thrown onto the planet Sakaar by Galadriel. You might remember Sakaar from the tome by Gregory, son of Puck, Planet Hulk. We borrowed many thematic elements from Planet Hulk. Perhaps you even saw my friend Beta Ray Bill, his face carved into the lower Tower of Champions there. He didn't show up in this, he showed up in the animated version. Whatever. Even Bybeast. Yes, Bybeast is a thing. Bybeast is very much a thing. The Grandmaster is an elder of the universe, and he runs a contest of champions on Sakaar. He's played by one of Midgard's most famous electronic musicians, Jefferson Goldblum. He is introduced with a musical flourish from the tale of one of your greatest heroes here on Earth, William Wonka, the Slayer of Chocolat. He pits me against Hulk, and I hit him. A lot. Then I wake up, and there is a funny scene where I see the Hulk's penis. I have never seen another penis before, other than my own. Lo, the son of Odin hath said penis 3 times. That is the joke. There are a few interesting items for those of you who enjoyed Gregory Puck's Planet Hulk tale. Korg, the Cronin, and Meek are both present, yes, but merely comic relief for the most part. Later, when Hulk becomes angry with me, he throws 2 weapons, a shield and a mace wielded by his opponents in the ring in the original Planet Hulk comic. One of them by the Silver Surfer. But the rewards for comic readers do not end there. Nay, if you have read Jason Aaron's tales of my exploits, you'll notice Hela's weapon is remarkably similar to that of Gore the God Butcher's Necro Sword. You'll also see an older Thor, with one eye missing, not dissimilar from King Thor in the end of the God Butcher arc. Alas, when the end credits roll, Marvel gives credit for the basis of the comics to worthy heroes like Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby, but the names of the 2 modern storytellers from whom this film borrows the most are not there. Thor Ragnarok is an exceedingly fun chapter in my tale, but it is mostly comedy. In fact, it is primarily a comedy, with a sprinkle of action, rather than the other way around with Guardians of the Galaxy. It is very little drama. It is so unlike the prior 2 films that it's hard to make it feel like anything less than a standalone film, not part of a trilogy at all. It succeeds in being silly fun and excitingly reminiscent of old Earth epics like Tango and Cash and Demolition Man, a high-concept, 2-hour action comedy. If thou sought substantive and deep progression of the serial Marvel Cinematic Universe, I say thee nay! But indeed, it is fun, and a buddy picture in a multitude of ways, not only for Thor and the Hulk, but also for Loki and for Valkyrie. Valkyrie, the latter of which is a mostly necessary plot device and very shallowly developed. Hella more so. Listen to me. I sound like I understand some element of film criticism. Thor Ragnarok is much like this Midgardian ale. Certainly it is fun, for a time, and very enjoyable, but ultimately it is empty calories, and not a meal in itself. It is for this reason that I give that rating. 1 hammer up. 1 hammer for excellence. 1 hammer for being still pretty excellent. My hammer and I shall return in the Infinity War, where I shall smite Thanos and his minions, and single-handedly end the apocalypse, proving myself once again the true god of ass-kicking. Until then, you must continue watching Dan talk excitedly about toys each week, or whatever top 10 heroes who don't use guns, or the best cyborgs in comics, or whatever it is he decides to do. Thank you. You shall see Dan once again, and I shall see thee in Valhalla.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!